Welcome back, students, to Car Stop. It's time to shop our project. As you can see, I have my Excel spreadsheet opened on my screen. I have my two cars, the Ford Taurus, the true cost to own, and my Ford Fusion, the true cost to own. And hopefully you have been able to accomplish the same thing. I have added my totals, I have my pictures. So the next piece of the project is creating a pie chart. To do that, first I'm going to highlight the information that I want to create the chart about. So I am going to highlight each cost. So that's this column, the A column, depreciation all the way through tax credit. And then I'm going to let go of the mouse and hold on to the control key and bring it over to the 5-year total and highlight the information in that column. Okay? Then once you do that, both columns are highlighted. Then we go up to the insert on the menu bar. And again, we want to do a pie chart. So we're going to click on pie and we'll click on the first one, a 2D pie chart. And our information now is there. We have a nice pretty pie chart. I would like you to go back up to that chart toolbar, and under chart layouts you're going to pick the one that has the percent signs, layout 6. And this way you can see depreciation for this car is 37% of the whole cost of owning the car. So this car cost, the total cost is $52,378 for 5 years, and 37% of that cost is depreciation. And again, we're going to make this a little bit smaller. We're using those sizing handles. I'm going to click in chart title and I'm going to type in the name of the car. Oops, undo. You can always undo. I'm going to click there inside and I am going to type in Taurus because this is all about my Ford Taurus. And again, I'm going to click. And when it turns to the 3-way sizing handles, I'm just going to move it over right next to that picture. Just going to resize it a little bit. Okay, so now I have that there. I'm going to do the same for the Ford Fusion. I'm going to highlight, starting with depreciation, highlight up to tax credits, hold down my control key, go up to the 5-year total and highlight the information in that column. Go up to insert, select pie. Again, my 2D pie chart. I'm going to select the percent layout number 6. I'm going to change the chart title to the name of the second car, which in my case is a Fusion, Ford Fusion. Okay, and then I'm going to use my sizing handles when it turns to the double arrow just to make this a little smaller, and then I'm going to position it next to the picture. Okay, and let's just go up to the diskette and save what we've done so far so we don't lose anything. So now we've created the pie chart, and again, visually I can look at this and say, well, depreciation for the Ford Taurus is 37% of the cost of owning it, whereas for the Fusion, depreciation is 39%. So, I mean, that's pretty close. So again, it's another way just to look at comparing the two cars. The cost of insurance is 17% for the Taurus, but in my case it's 23% for the Fusion. So that might be a consideration for me. I don't want to spend that much on the insurance. Alright. The second chart that we want to add is called a bar chart. And with this we're going to compare owning the two cars. So to do that, we're going to go up to scroll up and we're going to pick up the totals. I want to compare year to year, so I'm just going to highlight under the first car that total column that we had added, just years 1 to 5. Don't use that grand total. Alright, and once I have that highlighted, I'm going to scroll down, hold the control key and highlight years 1 to 5 for the second car. Then we go up to insert, we're going to select bar, and again I'll just do a 2D bar chart. Alright, and then I'm going to smooth that down underneath. Okay, and so now I have my two cars and I'm comparing them. I see the comparison year to year. So really it's just the first year that has the big difference between how much money it's going to cost me to maintain that car and insurance and fuel and all that stuff. All right, again, I'm going to save. It never hurts to save. The next thing we're going to do is click on the page layout tab on the menu bar up there, and we're going to click on orientation, and we're going to select landscape. All right, and now you can see there's like dotted lines on your computer, and this lets you move things around so that you can see where this would get cut off. So we're just going to move that down a little bit. So let's just move. First I'm going to move my bar chart all the way down to the third page. And I'm going to move this down. Again, once it becomes a three-way, then you can move things around. And again, as you're doing this, you know, you can be as creative as you want. Move things around. This I'm just going to insert. I'm going to add a page break. All right. And now let me just move that back up. So I have everything for that car on the same page. And then I'll just move this up a little bit. And this up. And now everything will appear on its own page. Alright, so again, we want to save it after we've done that moving around. I'm going to move my bar chart up a little bit also. Okay, so now we're done with this. So we're going to save it. Again, click that diskette, and then you're going to print it out. Oh no, first we have to add our name. So we're going to go to Insert and Header and Footer. In the top, we're going to put the name of our project, Car Stop. It's time to shop. And I'm going to put the Ford Taurus versus the Ford Fusion. Okay, that's my heading. And again, you know, you can get as fancy as you want, changing colors. In the header box, we're going to click in the header box, and this is where you're going to put your name and the date. Okay, and then again, we're just going to save it. Then to print, you'll just go back to that Office button, Print, and select Print, and just say OK. All right, so now you have this piece of your project, and this is what you're going to be using to base your decision, the data here. So I want, when you're writing up your paper, make sure you include information from these different charts, and back up with facts your decision on which car to buy. All right, and again, if you have any questions, you can email me or ask me in class. Another resource for you is the Academic Learning Center. They always have lab assistants available to help you with your projects. So good luck. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you.